Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Richmond Power and Light Board meeting for Monday, November the 6th, 2023. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Goss. Lucinda Wright.
Present.
Bill Engel.
Here.
Jeff Kappa.
Here.
Jeff Locke.
Here.
Gary Turner.
Here.
Jane Bumbelow.
Here.
Ron Oler.
Here.
And Larry Parker.
Here.
All are in favor.
Thank you. Approval of the minutes from October the 2nd, 2023.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Locke,
if there's no objections to the minutes of the previous meeting, I make a motion they be approved as submitted.
Second.
have a motion and a second to accept the minutes as presented. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Bills to be approved.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Oler,
back on the minutes, don't we have executive minutes to approve too?
I do not have any executive minutes.
Well, it's just a
before me.
paragraph that we met,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I don't have
Just
it.
the
What was the
paragraph
date?
that we met. I remember reading.
We'll hold out until our next meeting.
No problem, I'll make sure
Okay.
you got 'em.
All right, bills to be approved?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, the Finance Committee has met and recommends approving the bills in an amount of $8,716,825.45.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to approve the bills in the amount of $8,716,825.45. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Remarks by the chairman, I have none at this time, other than make sure that everybody gets out and votes tomorrow. Unfinished business, report by the general.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Good evening.
This evening, most of the items on the agenda are bid-related, so the first one that we have is a request to award a bid on a new 2023 compact extended cab pickup truck for the engineering department as previously approved in the 2023 capital budget. We'd like to award this to Cronin Automotive. Cronin was the only bidder in the amount of $43,628.88 for a new 2023 Nissan Frontier SV long bed. And we checked this afternoon, per their bid packet they submitted last month. They said they had one on the lot, and as of this afternoon, they still have it for us. So that's wonderful.
Oh, that's
I
awesome.
think that's the first time in a long time that we've been able to actually possibly take delivery of a vehicle sooner than a year or two. So we would request permission to award this bid.
So moved?
Second.
Have a motion and a second to award the bids for the new 24 compact extended super cab to Cronin Auto. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda is a request to open bids on a 12-inch drum-style wood chipper, but first we do have the proof of publication for your approval. We did run a legal notice in the Western Wayne News on October 4th and October 11th, and again, I do have this proof of publication here for your consideration.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Oler,
move that we accept that proof of publication.
Second.
motion and second to accept and place on file proof of publication. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. We do have two bids. Looks like the first one is from Southeastern Equipment Company out of Indianapolis, Indiana. Looks like their price is $58,850 with a $6,000 trade-in for a total price of $52,850. Estimated delivery date is end of fourth quarter 2023. So that's our first bidder. The second one, it's not labeled on the envelope, so we will open it up and see which from. This one is from, this is for our 2024 Vermeer. They did not quote it, let's see. They did, okay, we got two quotes here. One is with or without trade, so they did it just on two separate
And who's it from?
paper. It's from Vermeer, Vermeer, Vermeer Midwest. I'm not seeing an address. Okay, let's look at this here, because there's two of them. So for this particular model, it's a BC 1200 XL. The price is $68,778, and they did not quote a trade.
There you go.
And they provided another quote for the BC 1200, price $68,778 with a $5,000 trade. So they must have just done two, one with and one without trade, for a total price of $63,778. So we would request permission to take these under consideration.
So moved.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to receive these bids and place them under the general manager for tabulation, evaluation, and recommendation. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. The next item on the agenda is a request to receive bids. So specifically, we're requesting to go out to bid for our line clearance contractor for the line department as budgeted annually. This is potentially a 3-year contract. We award it for 1 year with the option to renew for 2 additional years upon satisfactory work. And I'm going to explain a little bit more, take a little deeper dive into this, because we get a lot of questions about this from time to time. So specifically, what we're asking to go out to bid on tonight is the contractor that does the actual tree clearance work for us. Reason we do have tree contractors is, I'm not trying to be funny, but we have a lot of trees. We're a Tree City, USA, and as we drive around town, we have a lot of trees, and we do not want them to look like this, because this is very problematic for a utility. This was not taken in Richmond. But our goal is to have lines that look like this, that are clear with at least 10-foot clearance on both sides, nothing underneath, or very low growth underneath. So how do we do this? Our contract tree clearance program works because we utilize a firm called Plant Growth Management. Our point of contact with Plant Growth Management is a certified arborist. She understands the balance needed when trimming trees, so she helps make the decisions to direct the contractors on the type of clearance that needs to occur. And what we do is that we have a 3-year rotation for our circuits, where we try to get things cleared under and around with a 10-foot fall zone. So they help plan those activities with our goals. They make the contacts when they're out in the field with our customers, letting them know, hey, we might need to get in your backyard or might be in your front yard, things like that, and try to address any customer concerns. They also serve as, basically, they audit the contractor for us, so we don't have to be out there supervising, and they also review all invoices to confirm that the work the contractor says they did, they actually did. And then if there's any issues, they follow up for us. So Plant Growth Management is one side of it, and then we're asking to go out to bid tonight on the clearance part itself. So in 2022 and 2023, one of our priority projects for clearance was the Whitewater Valley 69 line. So what that is, that's our transmission line that runs from the generating station to Johnson Street. This line, as you see those lattices, goes from the plant to Johnson Street through the gorge. So this was a very challenging project for them and took a lot of time. So that was one of the priorities for the past 2 years. Another priority project have been in other places of town where we see a lot of outages, but we spent a lot of time in Oak Park, a couple areas highlighted here where we frequently see problems, especially wind and ice storms. I think, Jeff, you're probably familiar with those areas. But you also hear us talk about our tree crew. So we do have a small tree crew. Just took this picture of these gentlemen today. They were out doing line clearance today, actually. But they also serve as RP&L's first responders. So we still need an in-house tree crew. They do hotspot work, meaning that these are jobs where we can pull them off on a moment's notice if they need to respond to an emergency, a car accident. They're the guys that come in after hours for storms. If we're working to do customer work, like for example, if we're helping get a line in for one of our new customers in town, that's the work they do. So the special project work. So there's never a lack of tree work in the community. They're always busy. And then today they had an opportunity, and they were working on clearing a line over on off of Northwest L, Northwest 20th Street along that subdivision. When it comes to tree planting, we do have a section on our website under our safety and education tab that talks about tree planting, types of trees to plant. But we always encourage individuals to give us a call if they have questions, and we can give some guidance on tree planting tips, what the best species are to plant in your yard, and things like that. So to circle back to our original request, we are requesting permission tonight to receive bids for our contract tree clearance for the line department.
So moved.
Mr. Chairman, before we move on.
Yes, sir.
Where is Plant Growth Management? Where are they from?
They're based out of Indianapolis. They help a lot of communities like ours planning their clearance activities. There are a lot of communities that don't have a tree crew like we have within their company. So they spend a little more time with some of these other communities doing a lot more for them. But for us, we stick to having them help us just do a 3-year plan to keep our main circuits cleared.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Goss.
my memory serves me correctly. We had a contractor that had some issues that invalidated their contract, and we went to a different contractor.
Yes,
That was related to tree cutting, is that correct?
correct.
Are they disqualified from bidding on this?
Yes. But yeah, so, yeah, like you said, unfortunately, we did make a change mid-year, safety-related issues, and we have a really good firm that's working for us to finish out the year.
Any additional questions?
I still move to.
I have a motion. Have a motion.
Second.
Now I have a second.
There you go.
I have a motion and a second to request to receive bids for the 2024 line tree clearance. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thank you. Finally, just want to remind you, we will have a special meeting next Monday, November 13th, 6 p.m. here in the council chambers to review the 2024 capital and operating budgets. Hope you're all looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
You're going to feed them?
Before the meeting, yes.
yes.
Absolutely. And I did not prepare anything else this evening, knowing that we have a long night coming up on the 13th, and then our December meeting, there will be several items on the agenda as well. So I tried to cut it short for you.
Any questions of the general manager? One of the things I noticed in your letter was the fact that we're running 99.99 something on reliability.
Yes, yes.
I think that's fantastic.
Awesome.
Good job.
Oh, well, our guys do a great job, and part of that is because of this very item tonight that we talked about is tree clearance. The more we do that, the better off we are. We just can't do anything about squirrels.
Any new business to come before the board at this time? Hearing none.
Adjournment.
Second?
Motion and second to adjourn. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned. Thank you.
Thank you.